So you grew up in Philly area?
Yeah.
I got to see Philly for the first time. Nice little area, nice city.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to do.
Great Philly cheesesteak. It was my first time I got to try Philly
cheesesteak.
I'm not sure where it was from, but it was like a really popular place, and it was probably the best Philly cheesesteak by far I ever had.
What's the best spot if we go to Philly? Like, what's the best spot?
My favorite spot is D'Alessandro's in like Northwest Philly, but a lot of like the famous ones that people know are called like Passanginos in South Philly. They're like right next to each other.
Okay.
You never had a cheesesteak before?
Well, I have had a cheesesteak, but never
Not like legit.
Not from Philly. So
you need one. That'll change your life. I grew up playing, a bunch of different sports. Soccer, basketball, baseball. Soccer was always kind of like my main goal. I knew that's what I wanted to do in life. My dream was always to be professional. When I saw Louisville, I was like, yeah, no, that's it. Like, this is the place I want to be.
Yeah.
And, I think it's one of the best decisions I ever made. So.
Ready to shape the future? Well, let me tell you about an incredible partnership between 502 Circle and the Robert Alexander Center for Recovery. They are not just offering recovery, they are leading a transformation. This partnership is all about providing the support, healing, and love needed to help individuals break free from addiction and build a brighter future. After touring the Robert Alexander Center, you will be truly impressed by their commitment to care. If you or someone you know is struggling, I highly recommend them. Join us in this powerful movement. Together, we can shape the future, one life at a time.
Sir, what's up, brother? How are you? How you doing?
We're good, Josh.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir. We back.
Episode
8, 7, 8, something.
Something like that.
We've been on the grind. We've been keeping it going, but
yes, sir.
Special guest. Appreciate you coming on, my brother.
Appreciate you guys having me.
Yes, sir. And you want to figure out, man? Well, just kind of tell us about your journey, or where you from originally, and how you ended up coming here to Louisville.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm from like a small town outside Philadelphia, called Hatfield. I grew up playing, a bunch of different sports, soccer, basketball, baseball. But my dad was a D1 women's head college soccer coach at Temple University. So I kind of grew up, soccer was always kind of like my main goal. I knew that's what I wanted to do in life. My dream was always to be professional.
Nice.
And then, high school, my recruitment started to blow up a little bit, got some, D1 offers. And then, I kind of, thought to myself, what was, kind of like the best position, I can put myself into, be at the next level. And then, when I saw Louisville, I was like, yeah, no, that's it. Like, this is the place I want to be.
Yeah.
And, I think it's one of the best decisions I ever made. So
you say you played other sports. So when did you drop the other sports and focus on soccer? Or did you do that at all? Did you keep playing all through high school or what?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a crazy story. So I played soccer, basketball, and baseball until I was about 12 years old. And then after 12, I only played soccer and basketball. And then once I kind of reached high school, it was like 9th grade, I was kind of like, I kind of gotta drop basketball if I want to go all in on soccer.
Right.
But the funny thing is, I don't know if you guys are aware, but a lot of the kids, the youth players, they kind of have to make a decision when they're younger if they're going to go to MLS Academy or play club. So I was at that level. And I kind of had to decide if I wanted to go play for the New York Red Bulls or the Philadelphia Union, the MLS team, play for their academy and hopefully, work your way up. But then you're not allowed to do anything else. You kind of have to, you kind of got to go to their school. Wow. You're not allowed to play any other sports. And, my dad kind of made the decision for me when I was 14, 15. He's like, no, you're going to stay. You're going to do 1-2 years of high school. You can revisit that back your junior year if that's really what you want to do. And I honestly think that was the best thing that could have happened. So I didn't play high school basketball until my junior season.
Nice.
So it's kind of crazy though. We won the state championship for soccer my junior year. And the basketball tryouts were literally 2 days later. The basketball coach met with me. He knew I could play a little bit. And he's like, you don't even have to show up to tryouts. If you want to play, you can play. And I'm like, yeah, I might have to miss some things for soccer related, events and stuff like that. He's like, that's perfectly fine. So I ended up playing basketball my junior and senior year of high school, which is something I never would have got to do.
You're pretty good.
I was all right. Yeah.
What position did you play?
Yeah.
Small forward.
Small forward?
Yeah, so a little wing.
You shoot a little bit, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say, you're tall, bro. When you walk down, I'm like, hold up. Because usually soccer players are shorter. How tall are you?
6'5".
6'5"?
Yeah. No, so that's actually probably the funniest things when I'm like in the airport and I was anything Louisville. Yeah, they're like basketball, football, and I'm like
soccer, baby.
Sometimes I don't even have like the patience to even deal with. I'm just like, yeah,
I do.
Play it all.
Yeah. So that's kind of my story how I ended up here.
Okay,
that's cool. You've been here. You said 4 years.
Yeah, it's my 4th year.
You just got drafted, right?
Yeah.
To the Salt Lake team.
Yeah, Real Salt Lake in Utah.
Got you. Talk to us about how that was kind of like. How can you? Because basketball, if you get drafted, like you can't go back to college. It's just like
so. Yeah, that's typically how it's been with the MLS. This is the first year that underclassmen were able to be drafted and be draft eligible. So towards like the middle to end of last season, that was my junior year. I started getting contacted by a bunch of agents, like a bunch of people, kind of saying like, "Yo, you're gonna be on the draft board. You're gonna be invited to the combine, things like that."
Big time.
But it didn't really hit me until kind of like the end of the season tailed off. And then they're like, all right, you're going to get invited to the combine. So that's like the top 44 players in the country. And then pretty much almost everyone who goes to the combine gets drafted.
Right.
Nice.
So, then I'm kind of thinking, all right, like there's a good possibility of me getting drafted, but this is the only first year the underclassmen could get drafted. So you're able to come back if you want to.
Yeah.
Kind of depending on, your situation and things like that. So, but to be honest, the way the draft was, working out, a bunch of mock drafts came out. One had me at 3, one had me at 6, one had me at like 10 or 9. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to be like a top 10 pick. So there's no shot I'm coming back.
Right.
And then, what happens. The draft, I ended up going in the 2nd round. So then I kind of had to make a decision if I wanted to come back to Louisville, finish out my senior year. And I'm also graduating a semester early, so I'll be done in December. So that was also kind of like a big decision that went into it. But I'm happy with the decision I made. I'm happy to be back one more season.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So have you been out to Salt Lake to like meet the team and everything, I'm guessing?
Yeah, so I was out there over spring break for 10 days or so, and then I was out there in the summer for 2 weeks. So yeah, no, it was cool. Met all the guys, saw the facilities, saw where I'll potentially be living, things like that. So no, it was a really cool experience. Utah is crazy. I've never been out there before, and the views and everything took my breath away.
Mormon City.
Yes, sir.
Utah is a little different. A lot of Mormons, but it's chill. I was at BYU, so I was there for 2 years. So just being there, I know like Salt Lake and everything. So it is cool, like the mountains and everything, bro. The views are untouchable.
Crazy.
But
like just like on the training field, like just looking outside and like seeing that, I was like, I feel like I'm in a movie right now.
Right?
Like,
it looks fake. You're looking around like, hold up.
Yeah, no, literally. So
I'm not real familiar with like the draft and how does it kind of work as far as like, were you excited? Like, was that like the end? Like, oh, I got drafted. This is it. Obviously, you still have to work your way up, and obviously the goal is to potentially get to Europe and kind of play in those leagues eventually. But like, were you like, how was that an exciting moment for you? Did you feel like, oh man, I finally all my work is paid off, or was it more like, all right, boom, this is the next step. Now, I want to get here, and so I can.
Yeah, no, it was definitely like a milestone moment for me. The cool thing was the club that I grew up playing for. They've never had like a pretty high like profile player come out of the club before, so I was the first player to go to ACC school.
Nice.
So they threw me like a big draft party, everything like that. A lot of kids came out, so that was really awesome. So I'm the first player to be drafted from the club I play for, the Philadelphia Ukrainian Nationals. Nice. And I think that kind of like meant a lot to me, just to see, everyone that, helped me get to this level and things like that. But, I'm definitely like, yes, as like a big milestone, but like there's still so much more to achieve. So
what's your end goal? Do you see yourself being able to go to like, top Premier Leagues or somewhere in, Spain, somewhere like
Hopefully, like after this season and start of the next MLS season next year, hopefully play well enough to get seen, and then keep climbing the ranks in Europe, and then one day play for the national team, and hopefully in a World Cup one day. So,
would it be U.S. national teams? Okay.
So my grandparents they were born in Germany, so I have a chance to play for Germany or the United States, even though Germany's crazy. Germany's legit. So they're insane.
That's a tough one. Okay, that's big time. Okay, I can see that.
Sure.
So what are you looking forward to the rest of this season? I know you guys still got a long season, and you guys have been doing pretty well. Just beat Kentucky, right? Coming out with big wins. What are you looking forward to? Like you said, I'm kind of. Talk to me as if I don't know anything about college soccer. But how does it kind of work with the tournaments and like a NC March Madness?
I got you. No, so the college season's usually like between 16 and 18 regular season games. And then 48 teams make the NCAA tournament.
Okay.
So the top 16 teams get a bye, and then they get to play at home, pretty much throughout. So, being a top 16 seed is, it's
big time,
it's
right?
big time. And especially like, I know you guys probably know, but like playing on the road and it's hard. It's tough, especially like different environment, things like that. So, the higher seed you can get and the better you play in the regular season, better position you put yourself for the NCAA tournament. And since I've been here, we made the NCAA tournament every single year. But we haven't gotten to the Sweet 16,
Okay.
So like I think this is the year that we can kind of put it all together. We have a good amount of seniors. A lot of guys came back. One of our forwards actually got drafted too, and he ended up coming back
to the MLS.
Yeah,
oh, nice.
Yeah. So no, we have a good team. We'll be in a good position this year to make a run.
You guys are ranked right now.
Yeah, top 25, right?
We were, and then after the loss to Pitt, we dropped out. But,
Really?
But I mean,
we're still
right there, borderline. Okay,
so we play Syracuse on Friday, and then. Hopefully
are they any good? They're a good team?
They're pretty good. They won the national championship in 2022.
Okay.
So beat them, rank back up.
Just keep coming.
Yes, sir.
So you guys, for basketball, it's kind of like we start non-conference, like 10, 12 games, and then it's all just conference. So is yours kind of like all over or what? Like,
it's kind of all over. Like we played 2 ACC games already, but then we kind of have like non-conference games sprinkled in throughout. Okay. Usually you play the ACC games on Fridays. And then you kind of play like Tuesday, Monday against your non-conference teams and opponents.
You got any games like marked down in your calendar that you're like, yo, I want to play them? Like, I can't wait.
Clemson.
Yeah.
Okay. They won the last 2 out of the 3 national championships.
Got you.
So Clemson's always legit. Ever since I've been at Louisville, whoever plays at home always wins the game. So we played away there my freshman year, got smacked.
Right.
We played them my sophomore year, won. Last year we got smacked. So this year we got them at home again. So that should be a good
y'all
time.
About to smack bang. Tables have turned.
Yes, sir.
So I hope so. So you said this is your 4th year? You came, the year after COVID?
Yeah, so fall of 2021. That was my first season.
Was your first year COVID?
No.
Was it?
No.
What you mean?
Year before that.
Year before that?
Yeah, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I was in Detroit.
On going into COVID, 2019?
Yeah, going into COVID.
Really?
Yeah. That's when the season kind of got shut down and stuff. Well, maybe it was COVID. Never mind. Yeah, maybe I'm tweaking right now. Hold up.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think it was COVID. This is the last year for COVID people to be in college right now.
So you guys were...
This was our 5th year. We're older. So.
What was that COVID season like, especially being like freshman or younger at that point?
COVID was crazy, right?
No fan. I like playing in front of fans, bro.
Yeah. So it was like boring.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness.
We would have like cutouts of people. Set up, and I'm like, yo, this is just not the same.
Like, we were on the bench like 5 feet away from each other. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah, they had to space them out, bro.
That's crazy.
So yeah, those were different times. We were getting tested every day, doing nose swabs, spit tests. Traveling was crazy. You had to swab literally every day we're getting tested. Like contact tracers. If you've been around somebody for too long, you have to be quarantined.
You had to just, even if you didn't have it, it's
10 days, you're out.
Yeah.
You used to be good and bad. Cause you get 10 days off, but also you don't get to practice with nothing. So, I wasn't playing, so it was like a little vacation for me during those times.
What schools did you guys come from before Louisville?
You started at Detroit, right?
No, I started at Niagara. So Niagara was when I was there. I got hurt, and then Detroit, BYU, and now here.
Yeah. For me, I started at Boise State for 2 years in Idaho. Then I went to a JUCO, one of the best JUCOs in the country, and then USF last year, South Florida. My 5th year now here at Louisville.
Got you.
We've been on the move. We the journeyman.
All over the place.
My roommate, he's a grad year from USF as well.
Yeah?
You
just previously left?
He left. So he came in January.
Oh, I wonder if he knows it. I might have to see who that is. That's a good connection. Okay, that's cool. Okay, yeah, so we've been around. But you say you've been here this is your 4th year.
4 years,
Mr. Faithful right here. This is the guy.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Team captain as well, right? Okay. So, did that happen this year or last year?
It was last year, my junior season. So that was probably one of the coolest things, and the best honor to be voted captain by your teammates, and especially not being a senior last year too. So that's a big deal to me. So it's been pretty cool to be able to lead the team over the last 2 seasons.
Was Louisville like a no-brainer?
What's up?
Was it a no-brainer to come here? Like out of high school, was it like, yo, this is the spot?
You said you had other offers.
So my top 3 was kind of between Louisville, Penn State, and Temple. So I went to, one of the biggest high schools in Pennsylvania. It's called North Penn. It was a public high school. So a lot of the kids, like a lot of my friend group, they all go to Penn State. They all go to Temple.
Nice.
And I was kind of like, do I want to do that or do I want to go somewhere else? Kind of carve my own path.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I was like, where I don't know anyone, I can kind of just focus on, what I want to do.
Yeah.
I think that was like the best decision I ever made. So
no distractions.
No distractions.
Exactly.
So I'm happy with how everything worked out. It was definitely like an adjustment at first, being away from home, all my friends, my family, but
No doubt.
met my new family here. So
No, that's cool.
Yeah. So you grew up in Philly area?
Yeah.
Okay, because I played against Temple last year in the American Conference.
Yeah.
So I got to see Philly for the first time. Nice little area, nice city.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot to do.
Great Philly cheesesteak. It was my first time I got to try Philly
cheesesteak.
I'm not sure where it was from, but it was like a really popular place, and it was probably the best Philly cheesesteak by far I ever had.
What's the best spot if we go to Philly? Like, what's the best spot?
My favorite spot is D'Alessandro's in like Northwest Philly, but a lot of the famous ones that people know are called like Passanginos in South Philly. They're like right next to each other.
Okay.
I mean, there's honestly so many.
Yeah, there's a bunch. I was staying downtown area, so there's probably a lot of different places, but it was the best by far I ever had.
You never had a cheesesteak before?
No, I have had a cheesesteak, but never
Not
from Philly.
a legit one?
Not from Philly. So
you need one. That'll change your life.
It was so good. I was like, man, I wish I had another one, but okay. Philly, when you're not playing and stuff, what do you kind of get to do in your free time? I know for us, there hasn't been, a whole lot to do in Louisville, this far. But for you, you've been here 4 years now. What kind of activities have you been able to get into, outside, the soccer field?
Yeah, like honestly, like it's just hanging out with the guys, hanging out with the boys. Like we all live on the same floor, like the fourth floor of our apartment complex. So it's like 12 of us within like a 15-foot
nice.
radius.
Cool.
So like we're all like just chilling, doing stuff. Like
a few rages here. Some nice stuff.
Yeah, but I mean we just hang out. A lot of the guys play Fortnite together. They get pretty into it.
Is it on campus? Someone close?
Yeah, on campus.
Okay.
It's like right across from Billy Minardi.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I know what kind of it is.
You a big gamer?
Not too much, but like when those guys they always want to play. So I'm like, I'm gonna hop in.
A little FIFA, maybe get a little FIFA.
Yeah, we play FIFA, NCAA football, Fortnite.
Okay.
I haven't played 2K in a while, but I used to grind 2K when I was younger.
Fun. New 2K just came out last week, so it's been fun.
You guys play?
I'll be on the game.
Yeah.
For real. No, don't play. I'm a gamer at heart.
He's into it.
I got
a PC.
Really?
PS5s,
the headset, everything.
Yeah, everything. I'm ready. I'm locked in. Like I'm gonna try hard for sure.
That's awesome.
I love the game.
Who's the best gamer on the soccer squad, bro?
Best gamer?
Or who's most dedicated? I need to win.
It's gotta be it's one of our other defenders named Philip Fred Hall. He's from Norway. This guy grinds.
What games?
He plays Minecraft, Fortnite, FIFA. He plays
it all.
Yeah, literally we'll come home from training at 12 p.m. He locks his door. You don't see him till the next morning. But he's so good. We play Fortnite. He carries all of us.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to play with him. Come on now.
Need somebody to carry me.
Yeah. So we got my roommate's also Norwegian. So him and his name's Sander Rhodes. So him and Sander, or Philip and Sander, we play Fortnite together. They're just screaming at each other, cursing at each other in Norwegian, and all right. But it's always fun. It's always a good time.
Nah, that's cool. You guys have a lot of foreign players on your team. I'm guessing.
We have a bunch of foreign guys.
Yeah. Nah, so that's always been like that since I got here. We always have. It's pretty much almost half international, half American. So we got guys from Australia, Mexico, Norway, England, pretty much all over.
Gotcha.
So I mean, it's pretty cool. They have a lot of different backgrounds and experiences.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot not my typical friend group that I had back in high school, but it's awesome.
What makes Louisville the place to go for soccer? Let's say, historically, I'm not familiar with soccer and who's been good where, but for a basketball school, you go Duke or Blue Bloods. Was Louisville like that, similar?
Or they haven't always been, but up until the early 2000s, and pretty much since now, they kind of been a powerhouse. They lost in the national championship in 2010, and then ever since they've gone to like back-to-back Elite Eights, things like that. And then in 2014, when they built the new stadium that we have now, like that was a huge, you know, kind of recruiting pitch and everything like that. Because, you know, like who wouldn't want to play there? You know, and just the city like loves soccer as well. Before like Louisville City was here, like we used to get like a ton of fans.
Is that the pro team?
Yeah, the pro team.
Okay.
So like before they were like established here, like Louisville, like our men's soccer team used to get like a ton of fans. Yeah.
Where is you guys' stadium? I don't think I've seen it yet.
It's like right by, it's on the left. Like we coming down Floyd Street, it's on the left by the football stadium.
Yeah, it's right by the practice gym, low key.
Yeah,
driving down that road, it's on the left. Yeah.
When we went to the little athlete dinner activity,
right by there.
Okay, nice.
Has the same coach been here all 4 years you've been here?
Yeah, like who recruited you?
Yeah. So our coach is still pretty young. He took over in 2019.
Okay.
I think he's only like 38, 39 years old. So, you know, I've been with him all my 4 years. You know, kind of got to, you know, grow with him as he kind of, you know, elevated into becoming like, you know, the head coach that he wants to be. And, you know, obviously the player that I want to be too. So it's been pretty cool. And we have a good relationship.
Got you.
Did he play pro?
Yeah. So he went to Indiana and then he got drafted back in 2006, I want to say. So he was, he was like the 13th pick. He won a couple national championships at Indiana and then he won an MLS Cup at Houston. Dang. Yeah. So he's won pretty much everywhere he's gone.
So he's playing against like David Beckham, and then back then he was with like the LA.
I don't think David Beckham wasn't in the MLS yet.
He wasn't.
But he was a great player, and you know he still sometimes tries to hop in training with us too. So that's pretty funny.
No, that's cool.
Got you. Who's like your favorite soccer player? Like pro, like Ronaldo, Messi, like.
It's a defender for Liverpool. His name's Virgil van Dijk. He's kind of got like a similar build to me. He's like,
is he the big dude?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know who that is.
No,
like,
so he's cracked.
Nice.
Like he's like a brick wall.
He's cracked.
Like I try to like model my game off him, like see what he does. Yeah.
Virgil is nice. He's probably one of the best defenders in the world.
For sure. Yeah.
No, that's cool. Did you always know you wanted to play defense, or did you? Because I know one of my friends play soccer, and he kind of switched positions a lot.
Yeah. So I was a midfielder growing up. I honestly didn't play center back or like was a defender until I got to Louisville. It's kind of crazy enough. They recruited me as a midfielder and then they kind of like, you know, they knew I could play center back as well because I played like in a couple games. And then once I got here, I've only played center back. And, you know, that's kind of like what they, you know, always envisioned me playing at the next level as well. So,
did you play, were you playing like center defensive mid?
Yeah, I was playing center defensive mid. So,
nice. All right. So it wasn't a super hard transition, was it?
Not at all.
Do you miss like scoring goals? Is like shooting shots or?
Yeah, look, I still try times to get for it.
You still get like longer shots.
So like, but like my favorite part is like set pieces. So like I get to go for all the corners, all the free kicks.
You get what for the headers, or you shoot them? You shoot the free kicks or
headers?
Yeah, headers.
So my roommate, he takes all the corners, all the free kicks. And I think it was a stat. Like I had like 8 career goals, and he has every assist.
It's to you.
So we got the chemistry, bro. But then the first goal I scored this year in our home opener, he didn't assist. He was pissed at me. But
okay. So now we'll hit the rapid.
You know what time it is. It's rapid fire with Kasean and Noah. So we just gonna ask you quick 10 questions. So you want to start it off?
You just answer a little quick question. A quick answer. How you want? You start.
I'll start. Favorite food?
Cheesesteak.
Favorite video game?
Fortnite.
Favorite sport other than soccer?
Basketball.
Okay.
Favorite movie?
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting.
Favorite show?
Breaking Bad.
That's a good one.
Okay. Favorite activity to do with your family?
My family. Watch movies.
Favorite season?
Probably
fall.
Fall?
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
No doubt.
Favorite shoe that you own?
Favorite shoe.
Or favorite shoe, period, right?
Yeah, or favorite shoe, period.
I got these like off-brand kind of like Yeezy slides for like $20 at the mall. I wear them all the time.
Chill.
Yeah, okay.
Nice. Favorite time of your life that you lived, like favorite age you've been, like, ooh, that was a good time to live.
Right now, 21.
Right now.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Oh, God.
Well, boom. Appreciate you guys having me.
Yes, sir.
You know what time it is?
Keep it 100. Appreciate
Signing
y'all.
off.